I thought I'd let you see what I'm doing here. This is the new street, and I removed all the houses and buildings from it. And I want to pave it with paving stones that are actually plastic card, 3D plastic card, but I don't have them yet, but it doesn't matter at this point. I want a template of the road, and the road is oddly shaped, and it also gets narrower at the far end. You can't see that. It gets a little narrower at the far end in order to give the illusion of being longer than it actually is. Also so that you can see the faces of the buildings. I've experimented and it definitely looks better that way. I don't have a lot of room to work with, so to make the template, what I've decided to do is draw a straight line, and I've marked it every 3 inches. This being the 0 mark back here, you can't see it, but it's at the start of the road. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure plus or minus millimeters off the line for each side of the road, and then I'll be able to construct a template by duplicating those marks and then connecting the dots. I hope it works. It's a lot of work, but that's about the best way I can come up with right now to create the template I need. So just to be clear as to how I did this, there's a line that runs straight from one end of this road to the other. The road doesn't follow that line, it's a straight line. It's kind of a survey line. And then it's marked every 3 inches. And I took my caliper and I measured off that line the distance. And I made a chart of that every 3 inches all the way down. Then I took that back and on my paper I drew the main line across it, and then I marked the points of the dimensions all the way down it. Then drew a line between the points and cut it out. One of the problems I see right away is it followed my lines. I don't think I want that to be the final shape of the road. What was I thinking? I've got some places I want to fill in. I think I want to fill this in a little bit. So this is the parking lot. That's going to be, the surface will be from plaster that I will trowel and smooth out, and then I will paint it black like I have other areas with chalkboard paint and a little dust on there to make it look a realistic color. But I need to fill in some areas up here and make it a little bit broader, and I think I want to fill that in with actual road bed. This could be a better illustration of what I intend to do. To build the curb, I'll glue this down so that it fits that template, or something like it. I'll have to make sure I get the right size, but I really don't know what the thickness of the card is yet. I know what the thickness of the Wills cards are, but I don't know what the thickness of these paving stones are going to be. I got the 3 buildings I was waiting for in the mail to complete the street, and I've named them. In other words, I've changed the name from what was on there originally. And this one says Sunny Times Beachwear, and then here is Mary's Clothing, and apparently they have a book sale going on. And then of course, Antonio's Pasta. So that's a small step on the way to building this road. I've also named the street. It says Kingdom Close. That's what that says. Kingdom Close. And this one, you can read that, Station Road. So there's a little progress. I've put the buildings on my street now. This is kind of a final test to see what they're going to look like. I think it's going to work. I think there's an illusion that the street is a little bit longer than it is, and I think I've allowed enough space for walking down both sides. And I've also brought the houses, or not houses, but the buildings down here at the end, I brought them in just a hair, and that's the way I want to do it. I have run into a little problem though I'm going to have to figure out how to fix. when I change the location of the sign, the hanging board, I got it too low, and it's gonna hit the Farlanders on the head as they walk past if they're not looking out. I could leave it like that, but then it's kind of hard to have someone leaving the pub I can get this in here. It's pretty obvious the sign's too low, at least to my eye. So I'm going to have to raise it. Don't want to, because that involves drilling into the whatever that is, bricks, moving the sign up. Should have thought of that when I moved it the first time, but I didn't, so I'll have to fix it. Nothing's perfect. Yep, I believe it's going to work okay. Here's the view from way down here. This will be upright, of course. I haven't glued that in yet, nor have I kept it. I'll set this here to straighten it up a little bit.